How did a simple headache remedy become the most recognized brand on the planet? This is the unbelievable story of Coca-Cola. Our journey begins in 1886 in Atlanta, Georgia. A pharmacist named Dr. John Stith Pemberton was on a mission. He wasn't trying to create the world's favorite drink. He was trying to cure headaches. Pemberton, a Civil War veteran, was looking for an alternative to the morphine he had become dependent on for his injuries. He experimented with various ingredients in his backyard, using a three-legged brass kettle. His final concoction was a fragrant, caramel-colored syrup. He mixed it with carbonated water from a local soda fountain and had people taste it. The feedback was unanimous. It was excellent. Pemberton's bookkeeper, Frank M. Robinson, saw the potential. He had a knack for marketing and beautiful handwriting. He suggested the name Coca-Cola, believing the two Cs would look striking in advertising. He then hand-drew the iconic, flowing script that is still used today. In its first year, sales were, well, not great. On average, only 9 servings were sold each day. The total income for that first year was a meager $50, while Pemberton's expenses were over $70. It was a loss. Little did he know, his creation was on the verge of taking over the world. Sadly, Dr. Pemberton's health was failing, and he passed away in 1888, just 2 years after inventing his famous syrup. Before his death, he began selling off portions of his business to various partners. This is where Asa Griggs Candler, a savvy Atlanta businessman, enters the picture. Candler saw the immense potential that Pemberton himself may not have fully realized. By 1891, he had acquired all rights to the Coca-Cola formula for the grand total of about $2,300. Can you imagine? An empire bought for the price of a used car today. Candler was a marketing genius. He knew that just having a great product wasn't enough. People needed to know about it. He began plastering the Coca-Cola logo everywhere. It was on calendars, serving trays, clocks, and urns. He issued coupons for free glasses of Coke, a revolutionary tactic at the time. This "try it and you'll love it" approach worked wonders. By 1895, Coca-Cola was being sold in every state in the U.S. Candler had built factories in Chicago, Dallas, and Los Angeles. He had transformed a small-scale soda fountain drink into a national phenomenon. But the real game-changer came in 1899. 2 lawyers from Chattanooga, Tennessee, Benjamin Thomas and Joseph Whitehead, approached Candler with a bold idea. They wanted to bottle Coca-Cola. At the time, soda was almost exclusively sold at fountains. Candler was skeptical. He didn't believe bottling could work on a large scale. He was focused on his fountain business. So he made a decision that would both limit his control and explode his brand's reach. He sold the bottling rights to them for just $1, a single dollar. He likely thought he'd gotten the better end of the deal, getting rid of a potential headache. He had no idea he had just signed away a fortune. This deal meant that Coca-Cola could now be enjoyed anywhere, not just at a soda fountain. It could be taken home, to picnics, to work. This accessibility was key. As bottling plants popped up across the country, a new problem emerged. Competitors were creating lookalike bottles to confuse customers. Coca-Cola needed something distinctive, a bottle that could be recognized even if it were broken on the ground or felt in the dark. In 1915, the Root Glass Company of Terre Haute, Indiana, was tasked with this challenge. They were inspired by the shape of the cocoa pod, which they mistakenly thought was an ingredient in Coke. The result was the legendary Contour bottle, a design so iconic it became a symbol of the 20th century. It was patented in 1915 and became the standard bottle in 1920. This unique shape differentiated Coca-Cola from all its rivals and solidified its place in the consumer's mind. As the 20th century progressed, Coca-Cola went global. Under the leadership of Robert Woodruff, who became president in 1923, the company began its international expansion. Woodruff's vision was that Coca-Cola should always be within an arm's reach of desire. During World War II, he made a promise that every man in uniform would get a bottle of Coke for 5 cents wherever he was. This wasn't just patriotism. It was brilliant marketing. The company set up bottling plants overseas to supply the troops. When the war ended, these plants remained, and Coca-Cola had a built-in infrastructure for global domination. The soldiers who returned home brought their love for Coke with them, and the people in the countries where they were stationed had been introduced to it as well. The post-war era saw the rise of television, and Coca-Cola was quick to jump on board. Their jingles and ads became cultural touchstones. Remember the 1971 Hilltop ad? featuring a diverse group of young people singing "I'd like to buy the world a Coke." It wasn't just an advertisement. It was a message of peace and unity that resonated globally. The company also expanded its product line, introducing Fanta in the 1950s, Sprite in 1961, and Diet Coke in 1982, catering to a wider range of tastes. Of course, the story hasn't been without its bumps. The most infamous was in 1985 with the launch of New Coke. In a bid to compete with the rising popularity of Pepsi, the company changed its beloved formula for the first time in 99 years. The public backlash was immediate and intense. People protested, hoarded old Coke, and flooded the company with complaints. It was a marketing disaster. Just 79 days later, the company brought back the original formula, rebranded as Coca-Cola Classic. Ironically, this massive failure ended up reaffirming America's deep emotional connection to the original drink. Sales soared, and Coca-Cola's position as the market leader was stronger than ever. Today, the Coca-Cola Company is a global beverage behemoth, selling more than 500 brands in over 200 countries. It's estimated that 1.9 billion servings of its drinks are consumed every single day. The brand is more than just a drink. It's a symbol of American culture, a piece of history, and a part of daily life for billions. From a simple headache syrup mixed in a backyard kettle to a global icon recognized by 94% of the world's population, the story of Coca-Cola is a powerful lesson in branding, marketing, and the ability to adapt. It shows how a simple idea, paired with bold vision and a little bit of luck, can truly change the world. Who knew a cure for a headache could end up quenching the world's thirst? Thanks so much for watching this deep dive into the history of Coca-Cola. What part of its story surprised you the most? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more stories behind the world's biggest brands. See you in the next one.